Hello there, Toonami faithful. I'm Blackenfist, and something happened last night. It was stunning. It was not predicted. It was a monster of an event. It was extremely significant, whether you had a negative or positive reaction. But which, by the way, many people had reactions up the ass even as this thing was going on. Pretty much, Toonami came back. Now there's reactions all across the spectrum about this. Of course, many people were extremely ecstatic, man. I was one of them. I didn't even know that Toonami was back. I was pretty much on YouTube, whatever, and I was getting my comments on my last video on Toonami comeback, right? And they were like telling me on my comments, "Toonami's back, man. It's on right now." And I'm like, "Bullshit. What the hell are you talking about?" As soon as I saw those comments, I turned my TV on. Guess who the hell I saw on my TV? Freaking Tom, man. I never thought I'd see that guy again on TV, man. My head was getting lightheaded. I was ecstatic. It was freaking amazing, okay, that they would even do this, okay? Even if it was for one time. One time, even if it was amazing. And there was, of course, reactions up the ass about this. As I said before, many people, of course, were going to get ecstatic. Toonami faithful, come on, we've been waiting for something. They threw us a bone, And of course, some other people across the spectrum, they're getting mad for some reason, and I'll get to that. There's some also negative reaction to this. I'll explain why I don't think that people should be that negative with the reactions. You know what I mean? I do think that I understand some of their disappointments, but I don't think having a negative reaction to this is the right way to deal with it, because hell no. Absolutely not. First of all, let's start on background. There was some rumors that the Toonami was going to come back on April 30th because of whatever, but it turned out to be false because it was actually Cartoon Planet. It was just a block, but that is completely overshadowed from what just happened last night. I was gonna make a video about that. That is not even relevant anymore. The other rumor was that Steve Blum, and this one I think, now that I've seen all this, because Steve Blum came back to do the voice of Tom. They didn't just use rehashed old voice clips. They used them again to do original shit. And was it now the rumor that before was previously said that Steve Blum said that we haven't seen the last Toonami? That one actually, I think, was true all along, instead of that other one. First of all, as a guy, I am a guy who said before twice. First on my Toonami first anniversary of Toonami's cancellation, that Toonami would never come back. Of course, the channel Cartoon Network is changing. Okay, I don't think we would have ever seen Cartoon Network at least this good, per se. I know it's not the best, but it's changing. I said once again that there's a possibility that they're most likely, on my Toonami comeback video, that Toonami's not coming back. Okay? And, even though I held my hopes up, I said there was a sliver of possibility that Toonami was coming back. Even though there was a sliver, it was not much to believe in. But damn, dude, if you believed in it, wow, it actually came true, because damn. I guess we'll talk about the event. Pretty much what happened was, I guess the most significant was that Steve Blum actually did come back to reclaim the voice of Tom. They used Tom 3, by the way, which was good. And let me tell you something. Anyone who said throughout this whole time, it was you, the fans, that made this happen. Alright? Even if it was for a one-time thing. It was you. There was no way that they would do this if you, the fans, were not so outspoken. Okay? All those people that said, "Let it die," you're fanboys. Oh, what? F you, Path of Geofreed. Because you know what? This was all because of you fans. Alright? You were the ones who did that. Because they listened to you. This wasn't Tom 4. They knew the fans hated Tom 4. They used Tom 3. Not only did you can tell that they listened to the fans, because not only did they use Tom 3, they also used the best shows on Toonami on this lineup. the best shows. They used, of course, pretty much their landmark show, DBZ, Tenchi Muyo, Gundam Wing, Outlaw Star. They used pretty much the best ones that they ever had on Toonami. Definitely trying to pander to the fans, okay? So I think it was because of you fans. Definitely. Toonami, something that quite honestly shouldn't even have fans. I mean, what is Toonami? Toonami's not a show. It's not a series. It's not a book. It's not. What is it? It's not supposed to have fans. It's especially die-hard fans like you guys. You know. I mean, it's just a block. You know, something that isn't. I mean, who's a fan of Maguzi? Remember that shit? No one's a fan of that crap. You know, because it was sucked. And quite frankly, even if Maguzi didn't suck, do you think there'll still be fans of it? No. It's quite impressive that Toonami, that's not nothing, it's just a block, has so many fans. Just fans of the Toonami block, you know? That's incredible, you know? But I guess we'll tackle the negative reactions this received, and I can understand. For the most part, this is looking like a one-time thing. Now, what most people are upset about is that they aired this on April Fools, and I guess they got offended because they were. Let me tell you something. If you got offended because it was airing on April Fools, you gotta lighten up. I mean, come on. Cartoon Network did something with Toonami, something that was not supposed. We pretty much thought that they weren't listening. You know, they did something. They at least gave us something. You know, I think that's better than nothing. However, I will say to all those other fans that are naively going into this, it's the people that receive negative reactions to this are right on one point. It looks like a one-time thing, and, you know, so people were getting a misconception that it was back permanently, but no. From the looks of it right now, it looks like it's a one-time thing. So all those people that got over optimistic, that was, you know, gets your stuff in perspective. Also, the guys who had negative reaction, Toonami came back. Okay, I know how much you want to say it didn't came back. It came back, man. You know, you want to see the proof? Go look at the YouTube videos. You could have turned on your TV, saw Tom right there. That's proof enough. Toonami came back. The only problem is that it's not staying back. That's the thing, you know. It came back, but it's not staying back. So, what goes on from here, you know? I have a feeling that Cartoon Network is trying to gauge the interest of Toonami with this. Maybe. Because I don't think that they would spend money like they did. Because, be honest with yourself. If they were being, like, not subservient to the fans or not anything, whatever, they would have probably just recycled old Toonami stuff, you know? You know, and just... But no, most of that crap was new. They actually got Steve Blum, meaning they had to pay money for him to do new stuff, you know? They got new stuff on there. So, pretty much most of that, all that Toonami stuff last night was original, you know? So, I don't know. I'd say that, who knows, man, if Cartoon Network is open enough to put Toonami on bring it back for one time, it gives us better hope. It's still, there's a bigger chance of Toonami actually coming back permanently. However, I've been thinking about it, and if Toonami does come back, there's going to be some hurdles that they're going to have to address, but I'll address that in another video. Overall, I think this was a positive event. Even though if it was for one time, you know what? So what if it was for one time? At least we got it. You know what I mean? So, man, I'm thankful we got it, you know? But whatever. I mean, I understand all the fans out there. We we never thought that we'd ever see this stuff on TV anymore. But whatever. I'm gonna come back. Definitely. But next video, I'm gonna definitely talk about if Toonami comes back. What are their options on what to do? All right. But I was glad to see Tom back. Tom gave me some smiles. You know, with all the stuff he said, man. You know, all those lines that he said. Man, it was awesome. You know. But overall, I think it was an awesome event. Tom made me laugh. It was great to see new Tom stuff. But I'm Blackenfist. Stay gold.